Hello students, my name is Abdul Qadir Arsiwala and today we are going to discuss the concept of expenses, costs and loss. Now in accounting, all these three words, that is the concept of expenses or accounts or loss, all these words represents an outflow of cash or outflow of funds from the pockets of the company to the outside world. However, there is a difference in the manner in which the outflow of funds happens, and hence all these three words, even though they may seem similar or their terminologies may seem same, there are subtle differences between these words. So today we will be discussing that difference, that what is the difference between the concept of expense, what is the difference between concept of expense, cost and loss. So first of all, we will look at this diagram. It classifies the cost on basis of two values. That is, cost can be classified either as expired cost or deferred cost. Now what do you mean by expired cost? So expired costs are those costs which have already been incurred and the benefits of those costs have also been received by an enterprise. Whereas deferred costs are those costs which have been incurred but all the benefits of those costs have not yet been received by the enterprise. Now I'll explain these terminologies one by one along with our main discussion, that is what is meant by cost and what is meant by expense. So first of all, we'll start with expense. Expense includes only expired cost. Now expired cost means what? These are those costs which have already been incurred and the benefits of those costs have also been received by the business. Okay, in other words, these are those types of cost, expenses are those types of cost which have a matching economic benefit, and that matching economic benefit has been received in a particular period. I'll give you an example of an expense. See, advertisement is a type of expense. Suppose you wish to give an advertisement of your organization or your business in some newspaper. You will approach that newspaper, you will pay that paper some money and they will flash your advertisements. So you have paid money, you have incurred expenses and you have got benefit. Your ad has been displayed in the paper. So these type of costs are called as expenses. The accounting treatment for the expenses involves only one entry. We will debit the profit and loss account. Okay, in final accounts which we prepare at the end of the year, these type of expenses are reflected only in one place, that is the debit side of profit and loss account. Next we move on to cost. Cost is a wider term. It includes both expired as well as deferred cost. Expired costs are those which have already been incurred, whereas deferred costs are those costs which have been incurred but the benefits of those costs has not completely been realized or completely been received. The example of deferred costs are research and development costs. See, whenever you undertake certain research and development, the benefit of that research and development will occur over a period of years. Once you do a certain research, the benefit of that research will be available for certain number of years. 5 to 10 years you will reap the benefit of that research, but the expenditure for that research would have been incurred in the year 1. So these types of costs are called deferred cost. Expenses are incurred initially and benefits are received over a period of some years. These type of costs have a separate accounting effect. There are two accounting effects. One is at the debit side of profit and loss account, and second is we are displaying the balance amount in the balance sheet also. Research and development expenditure are the example of the cost because they are of deferred nature. Also, prepaid expenses like prepaid advertisement expenses, prepaid any other type of prepaid expenses like prepaid salaries or any prepaid expenses can also be classified as cost. So here we can find out the basic difference between cost and expenses. Expenses are those type of cost the benefits of which has already been received by the company or business, but the cost is a wider term. Cost includes both expenses as well as deferred cost items. Deferred cost items are those items the benefits of these items will be available in the near future. The third concept is the concept of loss. As far as loss is concerned, it is outflow of funds or cash which arises not due to the business transaction but some other events. For example, a fire broke out in your godown. Okay, a fire broke out in your godown. This is not a business expenditure, but this type of loss, this type of expenditure, this type of outflow of cash has resulted into a loss for your business. Okay, so loss by theft, loss by fire, all these expenses will be classified as loss. The accounting treatment for loss again will be that of a expired expenses type. It will be written as debit to the profit and loss account. So this was the concept of cost, expenses and loss. In the next lecture we will be discussing the concept of cost, cost accounting and cost accountancy. Till then, thank you very much.